Hey CFMJ Summit, welcome to a new week and welcome to a new phase of training for us. I wanted to bring y'all this video today just to give you an idea as far as what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks as far as our summit programming is concerned. First of all, I wanted to thank y'all, to those of y'all who have filled out our survey that we posted on our Facebook page. Thanks so much for doing that. It's given us a lot of good feedback so far. We still need more of y'all to fill that out. Take a minute, go over to our Facebook page and find that link to fill out our survey. It's going to help us out a ton to really figure out what we need to do best with Summit as far as our class timing goes, as far as the amount of programming goes, and all those sorts of things. This new phase has kind of been born out of some of the comments and feedback we received so far. I'm going to give you all an idea what the next couple of weeks are going to look like and what the intent is for this new phase of training. We're going to have an 8-week cycle starting this week, starting November 13th, going to go up until January, probably about the second week of January. So maybe about the 10th or 11th, I think might be the date on that. It's going to be 8 weeks. We're going to be working on really focusing on two things. First of all, our Olympic weightlifting. You'll see about 4 to 5 days a week worth of Olympic weightlifting, and so we're going to be on the barbell a lot. But we're really going to try to build our confidence in our Olympic lifts as we move closer and closer towards the Open. After that second week of January and before the Open, so that basically pre-season phase, if you want to call it that, we'll be focusing more on barbell cycling and building up just a touch more strength to take into the Open. This phase, though, is going to be really focused on our confidence in our Olympic lifts as well as building strength for those Olympic lifts. That's going to be the main focus. Secondary, and just second to that focus, is going to be some gymnastic skill focus. The two things that we'll see in the Open that may kind of hinder us are going to be probably those two things, are our lifts and our gymnastic skill. I want to make sure we attack those with a nice solid 8 weeks of space here before we start into our Open prep phase. So that's what the 8 weeks are going to look like. I'm going to break every section of that down and give you all just a general kind of a 3,000-foot view of what each week will look like. But then week to week, we'll keep the podcast videos coming, and y'all be able to get the intent daily as far as our programming is concerned. But this is just a really overarching, what are we focusing on here for the next couple of weeks. So, like I said, Olympic lifting is going to be our main focus. What I've seen from the comments is that most of y'all, the majority of y'all that are doing Summit extra work, are doing about 4 to 6 days a week worth of extra programming, somewhere in that range. If you're doing less, that's fine. Don't worry about it, but let us know. So, take the survey, fill it out, so we have an idea of what we need to program or what we need to dial back. So with that in mind, with about the 4 to 6 day range in mind, we want to take and do Olympic weightlifting about 4 to 5 days a week. So what that's going to look like is we'll have a snatch day, a clean and jerk day, a power day, and a speed day. Those are probably going to be staples almost every week. We will and occasionally throw in a heavy single day. What that means is we'll take maybe 10 minutes for y'all to find a heavy single on your snatch, heavy single on your clean and jerk, and then maybe even a heavy single on a squat, just to see where we're at week in and week out. But you may not see that every week. Just want to make y'all aware of what each day is going to look like. We're going to incorporate a couple different types of lifts into those Olympic lifts, and we also will actually throw in some squatting there to work on our strength as well. And that's going to be kind of the other piece of this Olympic weightlifting side of things here in this new phase. You'll see squatting, back squat, and front squat 1 day a week of those. And as far as pulling is concerned off the floor, you'll probably see the pulling mixed in with the snatch and clean and jerk days. There may be a couple days here and there where we take and focus more on just our deadlift pull, but mostly your strength, your traditional strength work will be found in the squat, front squat, and back squat. Mostly, you will see any sort of pressing work done in that clean and jerk day, but we will have a little bit of strength work for our strict press and variations of that as well. So along with the strength work and the Olympic lifting work, you're going to see probably 2 days a week of what we'll call accessory strength work, or quote-unquote functional bodybuilding. I don't mean to steal that term. There's one of the former Games athletes and current Games athletes, Marcus Philly, has a really good program on social media called Functional Bodybuilding. Give him a follow if you're interested in that sort of thing. He's got great ideas, a lot of different movements and what we'll call quote-unquote kind of strange movements, but really effective in exactly what it sounds, functional bodybuilding. It teaches some functional movements and get us moving in different planes of motion than we're not used to moving in, and overall just going to help us build in extra strength. We're going to change up the way our nervous system responds to these lifts by giving it different lifts to adapt to under maybe not even quite as heavy loads, but still getting really, really good results and working more towards better and better strength. So like I said, that'll be about 2 days a week of accessory strength work to keep our joints, our body moving well, and that'll supplement our Olympic weightlifting and strength work. What we're going to do for gymnastics this phase is actually going to be more on y'all. So what we're going to do is post 3 specific skill progressions that are going to be built out for about 4 weeks at a time. At 4 weeks, you get to retest the skill and see where you're at. But in those 4 weeks, it'll just be a lot of grunt work, a lot of grinding work to try to work on these skills. The 3 skills that we're going to focus on are the muscle up, either ring or bar, the pull up, so be it butterfly, regular pull ups, butterfly chest to bar, regular kipping pull ups, anything in that realm, and then handstands. So either handstand holds, freestanding handstand holds, or handstand push-ups. Those are going to be our 3 areas of focus, and what you'll want to do is kind of pick one of those movements that you really know that you need to work on or really want to focus on. Maybe it's on your goals list that you want to get a muscle up. This will be a great time to try to practice that. And so if you put in the work here, you'll really see some great results for that. What it will be, though, is all on you. Like I said, you will need to come in probably 2 to 3 days a week to do the skill progression for that week. More than likely, what I'm going to end up doing is posting just at the beginning of the week that week's specific skill progression work for the given movement. So you'll probably have 2 to 3 movements each week to be done 2 to 3 times a week for probably 3 to 4 sets of each of those movements of any given rep scheme. And that'll be on you to kind of come in and do it with the summit work, but it'll allow y'all to kind of specialize in a certain given movement. There's no reason why you can't work on 2 movements, but I wanted to try this out so you can really focus on one of those things that you want to improve on, one of those skills that you want to improve on. If you have any other suggestions or want to work on something else, please send me a message here as soon as possible. Send me an email, comment to this video, whatever you need to do to let me know what other skills you'd like to work on. I've kind of isolated the 3 that I think will pay us well in the open. But if you find something else or you're struggling with something else, we'd be happy to throw that in as well and to give people more of a variety. But like I said, 3 movements: muscle up, pull up, and handstand or inversion skill work. So those are going to be our real main focuses there for the gymnastics work. Again, they'll be programmed at the beginning of the week, and you may not see them the rest of the week in the daily summit programming, but it'll be on you to get those at least 2 to 3 days in of gymnastics skill work. For conditioning, we'll never leave that at home. We've got a new toy in here as well with the ski erg, and so we'll be using that probably about 2 days a week. Not the ski erg specifically each of those 2 days, but maybe a little bit of assault bike or rowers fixed in as well. This will be just to, again, maintain that engine, kind of supplement just the regular conditioning we do in our class metcons, but to just really get us good at those monostructural conditioning movements. Probably things, aside from the rower, I doubt we'll see the ski erg or the assault bike in the open. But who knows? Castro's got that sort of mind, I suppose. But what those tools will help us do is just build a general better engine in that sense. And so you can expect to see that 2 days a week. So one more thing that isn't necessarily sanctioned through CrossFit Mount Juliet or anything we'll be doing here specifically, but I wanted to send an open invitation to y'all because I know that you're a part of our select group of people here that are doing extra work, that are putting in the extra work to be better, and I'm really proud of y'all for that. So I wanted to give y'all another opportunity. I posted a while back about a couple Sundays ago about taking a swim class or going to a swim workout over in Bellevue at Boost Fit Club, hosted by Swim 615 and Swim Fit Nashville. That is still going to be going on. I'm going to be going out there every Sunday at 4 o'clock, at least every Sunday I can. But I'd like to take some of y'all out with me if you have the interest. Talk to some of the coaches out there and build some connections. They said bring as many people as you want. More the merrier. We'd be happy to have a group from Mount Juliet out here. So it is kind of a drive. But if you're interested in going out, I know it'll pay a lot of benefits for y'all. You're thinking, I won't really see swim in the open. I'm not planning on swimming anytime soon, so why do I really care? But the benefits of swimming are going to really transfer over well into the gym here too. you're going to see a lot of just recovery benefit from swimming, even though you're still doing a workout, because the water is just going to help decompress the joints, decompress the body in general, and allow us to just be refreshed coming into a new week of training. The coaches out there are really, really knowledgeable, really, really great coaches too, and so they'll help you also with technique. I really think and believe that something is like swimming is still going to give us some skill transfer over to what we do in the gym with a barbell, with any sort of movement that we'll do in here. So again, I know something that's kind of out there that you probably wouldn't think about doing elsewhere, but if you have the interest and want to get better at your swimming, let me know, because I'll be going out there at least through this 8 weeks, this cycle, to swim with Swim 615 and Swim Fit Nashville. They will, like I said, have some technique work and a swim WOD to do every day. So with that, I wanted to say thank y'all for your feedback. If you haven't filled out the survey again, please go fill that out for us. But thank y'all for the work you put in. We're really proud of this program and really glad that we have the chance to offer it to y'all. But we need you to keep helping us to make it better. But thanks again. Keep working hard. Keep putting in the extra work. I'm so proud of the progress that we've seen from y'all. And we're just excited to see where this next week's 8 weeks is going to take us. Like I said, send myself or even Seth an email. Post it in the comments. Do whatever you need to do to get a hold of us. Send us your suggestions. We'll be happy to take them in and see how we can incorporate them into our programming. As always, y'all, get fit, have fun, and do good. And good luck on this next 8 weeks of training.